Hello, Alabama. Good news for Bama. Have you been following the recruiting? A top recruit is coming to Bama. Will he sign with the team? Let's take a look. But first, subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the latest news from Alabama. The news of Nation Montgomery's official visit to Alabama has brought great excitement among fans and, more importantly, reinforced confidence in the future of the Crimson Tide offense. Montgomery, a four-star prospect from the talented Miami Central High School, is quickly becoming one of the most coveted wide receivers in the 2025 class. His visit, scheduled for the weekend of November 16 when Alabama faces Mercer, signals a golden opportunity for the program to showcase Montgomery's tradition and commitment to excellence in developing wideouts. Montgomery is the type of receiver who combines physical range with athletic ability, a profile that is increasingly valued in the SEC, especially considering the increasing competition in the passing game. His long, fluid stride allows him to cover the field with speed, a trait that, when combined with his ability to make contested catches, makes him a threat on any play. That versatility is something that head coach Kalen DeBoer and his staff certainly have in mind when looking for recruits who can elevate Alabama's passing game in the coming years. The Crimson Tide already has commitments from Lotsier Brooks and Caleb Cunningham, two promising talents who promise to bring dynamism to the team's offense. The potential addition of Montgomery would only increase the competitiveness and depth of the wide receiver core, ushering in a new era of elite talent ready to make their mark in Tuscaloosa. Having three promising 2025 wideouts lined up not only represents Alabama's commitment to high-level recruiting, but also reinforces the program's reputation for developing top-tier talent for the NFL. While Montgomery will also be taking visits to Washington and Ole Miss, the Crimson Tide has the advantage of offering a winning structure and tradition, of course. Let's go ahead and root for this guy to commit to Alabama. And speaking of another recruit, Alabama's offer to Sparkman High School prospect Jamarian Matthews is an interesting gesture for the team. It's not just about recruiting a talented athlete, it's a tribute to the family, values, and legacy that Matthews brings with him. Matthews, rated a 3 to 4-star recruit in the class of 2026, had a special reason for his dream of playing for Alabama: his grandmother, a die-hard Crimson Tide fan who didn't get to see her grandson shine in high school. For him, this offer represents a symbolic link, a way to honor his grandmother's passion and feel like he's somehow representing her love for Alabama with every play. Matthews' emotional response to receiving Alabama's offer shows how deeply he respects the tradition and environment that surrounds the program. He spoke of Alabama's commitment not only to athletic performance, but to the development of players off the field. This unwavering support is what makes Alabama a special destination for athletes seeking more than just athletic success, a place where family values and tradition are taken seriously. Matthews has already proven himself to be a dominant presence on the field, finishing his senior season with an impressive 17 sacks. But he sees his role as much more than that. He proudly describes himself as a leader, someone who strives to be an example and inspiration to his younger teammates, an attribute that certainly resonates with the team spirit the Crimson Tide seeks in every player. This is the kind of recruiting that reinforces the essence of Alabama, a program that stands out not only for its excellence on the field, but for the importance it places on personal values and connections. While Matthews still has a ways to go before making a final decision, Alabama's offer is highlighted by family ties as well. Jackson Cantwell's recent visit to the Alabama Crimson Tide for their game against Missouri left a lasting impression on the young offensive line talent. Cantwell, a 5-star prospect and widely considered the nation's #1 offensive tackle for 2026, highlighted his experience in Tuscaloosa as a learning experience and appreciation for the Kalen DeBoer-led program. Amid the energetic atmosphere of the game, the junior from Nixa High School in Missouri expressed his confidence in Alabama as a winning program, highlighting the professionalism and developmental skills of the coaching staff. For Cantwell, who was able to watch Alabama's performance against the Tigers from a privileged position and even wear the team's uniform, the visit was an opportunity to see firsthand the strength and focus that defines the program. He shared his experience with enthusiasm on social media, describing the infectious atmosphere at Bryant-Denny Stadium and praising the players' consistency throughout the game. This connection to the Alabama spirit only intensifies the athlete's interest, as he already considers the Crimson Tide to be a favorite in his recruiting process. Cantwell represents the type of player who fits perfectly into Alabama's offensive line, not only because of his impressive physicality, but also because of his game-changing mentality. His confidence in the program's ability to help him develop his skills reinforces the strong connection that Coach DeBoer and his staff seek to create with young prospects, offering them a long-term vision and an elite athletic background. This recruitment, if completed, promises to strengthen Alabama's offensive line for the coming seasons and keep the Crimson Tide at the top of the competition. Let's move on. Speaking of Bama QBs, Keelan Russell's commitment to the Alabama Crimson Tide not only represents a significant milestone for the program, but it also highlights the strong relationship the five-star quarterback has already developed with the coaching staff. In a recent interview with the Momentum podcast on YouTube, Russell shared some of the excitement and confidence he feels when talking with head coach Kalen DeBoer and offensive coordinator Nick Sheridan. This connection not only validates his choice to join the Crimson Tide, but also makes him feel like a true QB1 at the heart of the program. In mentioning the influence of DeBoer and Sheridan, Russell highlighted the confidence in what they both did for talents like Michael Penix Jr. during DeBoer's time in Washington, giving him the confidence that under their guidance he can reach his full potential. "They're going to make me an incredible quarterback," Russell said, acknowledging the high quality of development offered at Alabama. That confidence, combined with Sheridan's direct and encouraging style during video review sessions, seems to have established a genuine connection, making Russell feel like an integral part of the Tide's offensive scheme. Russell's enthusiasm when discussing Alabama's competitive environment, where he feels he's already on the front lines, ready to take on the role of QB1, reflects the confidence he brings from his experience at Duncanville High School, where he's chasing another state championship. That confidence in his own game and in his coaching support is exactly what Alabama needs to remain competitive in an increasingly challenging SEC environment. For Alabama, Russell's commitment is a vital boost to the future of the offense. He comes with the energy of a true leader and the mindset of someone who knows that hard work, coupled with the support of an elite coaching staff, can take them to the next level. Russell's commitment to the program and belief in the work of DeBoer and Sheridan signal a new era for the Crimson Tide offense, with the promise of a quarterback who not only sees himself as QB1, but is also ready to turn that vision into reality. Will there be big competition in this offense? What about basketball? The Alabama Crimson Tide's college basketball season is about to kick off with high expectations and an added source of pride. Senior point guard and cornerstone Mark Sears has been named the SEC Preseason Player of the Year in the coaches' poll. This recognition is just one of several accolades Sears has received recently, including a spot on the Naismith Trophy Men's College Player of the Year watch list and a spot on the preseason All-SEC First Team. These accolades not only underscore his impact on Alabama, but also reinforce Sears' status as one of the best players in college basketball today. Last season, Sears made his mark by averaging an impressive 21.5 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 4.0 assists, numbers that put Alabama among the best and kept fans excited. Sears' decision to return to the Crimson Tide despite NBA draft speculation speaks to his ambition to lead the team to a national championship and his confidence in the strength of this roster led by head coach Nate Oates. It's clear he's not just back to compete, but to win and leave a lasting legacy at Alabama. Alabama, under Sears, enters this season with a roster that's stronger and deeper than ever. Along with key players like Grant Nelson and Latrell Wrightsell Jr., the team has also benefited from recent additions via the transfer portal, including Aiden Holloway, Chris Youngblood, and Clifford Omoruyi. These new talents bring a combination of skill and energy that, combined with Sears' experience, position the Crimson Tide as one of the most promising contenders for a national title. Sears' return for his fifth and final year of collegiate eligibility puts Alabama in the spotlight. Fans in the SEC are eager to see what impact he can make in this pivotal season. With a talented roster and a determined leader like Sears, Alabama enters this season with all the tools to make a historic run, possibly culminating in a run to the national championship. Want to hear what you think? Leave a comment.